Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a spirit-guided message for the collective. Um, Before I get into the reading today, I do want to give a different perspective or shift your perspective or just give you some clarity and insight that I received from the Most High. So I just got like I guess you can call it a download, I guess, or whatever, but I was sitting here and I was, meditating or whatever, and I was given like a download about the journey, you know what I mean? The journey of life and how it starts, how it ends, so on and so forth. And it's funny because I didn't even notice that the heading on this passage I'm going to be reading says life and death. I didn't even notice that to just now. But God showed me a vision where he helped me understand his purpose, right? The Hierophant card has two individuals standing before an authoritative figure of higher ranking, spiritually, otherwise, right? And it's like they're being given instructions by this Hierophant energy on the lessons of life, whatever you want to call it. But they're getting some kind of instructions from this Hierophant energy. And I take that to mean this is how we come into existence in this realm. We go before God before we're born into this realm. And God gives us the instructions on how to navigate this plane that we're on, right? He gives us basically the instructions, the do's, the don'ts, what happens if you do this or that. Like he gives us his word to help guide us along this journey, right? And when we follow, the instructions that God has given us before we were born and stay on the straight and narrow path, then our life can be abundant and more prosperous for us, right? However, most of us fall short of the glory of God. Most of us have sinned. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We all have done things in our life that we're not proud of, that we had to repent from and turn from and get, release and let go of, right? In order for us to be in right standing with the Most High. So I'm saying all that to say that when we come into this realm, before we are born into this realm, we have the knowledge of God in our mind's eye. We have the wisdom of God within us. But as we, come into this world and we are raised by certain families or whatever the case may be, we start to unlearn the mysteries of God. We start to forget about what God told us before we came here in the first place. You know what I mean? And we start to develop our own sense of direction. Okay. So I just want to read from the Bible, from Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 17, and possibly through 20. Because in this passage, the Most High is telling the Israelites, the do's and the don'ts and how to stay on the right track and what happens if you turn away from me, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 30, verse 17. This is Old English, so I may screw up some of the words, but I'm going to try to translate it in regular plain English, all right? So Deuteronomy 30:17 says, "But if your heart turn away so that I will not hear you, or know that I will not hear you, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them." So let me start over. I'm sorry, Lord, let me get that again. Basically, he's saying that if your heart turns away from him and you decide to do things your own way with your free will and start to worship other gods and serve other gods, and you denounce your oath to God, or you denounce your faith to God, and you turn to other gods and worship and serve them, God says to the Israelites, you shall surely perish on that day that you choose to turn away from me or denounce me on that day, okay? He also says, you will not pass into the land of milk and honey. You will not possess the land that I promised your fathers, Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham. I will not give you the promise of your fathers if you turn away from me, basically, okay? Verse 19 says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, and I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore, choose life that thou and thy seed may live, your generations to come. Verse 20 says, that thou mayest love the Lord, the Most High, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and thou mayest cleave unto him, for is thy life, and the length of thy days and thy nights shall, sorry, like again, it's old English. Going back, basically he's saying that, if you do not forsake him, that your days on this journey will be long. You will receive the promise of your fathers. As long as you keep my commandments and honor them and use them to better your life or to keep you on the right path, I will bless you and your children forever. Okay? That is his promise to his people. But when you turn away from God and you use your own free will to choose your own destiny or your own path, you can expect for God to turn his back on you as well. And when God turns his back on you and leaves you out there in the world to take it, do it by yourself or do it your way, you better believe that everything you try to accomplish will not be abundant. It will not grow. It will not prosper. Okay? Because it's going against God in a sense. All right? So I'm going to leave that there. Take it how it resonates. But I was meditating on this. And it's like when we don't keep the, God's, I want to say commandments and do what, he gave us orders to do before we came here to fulfill our destiny. If you happen to fall off track or get on the wrong path, God will forgive you and give you a chance to get back right. For some of us, it's easy for us to acknowledge our mistakes or be accountable for our actions and make changes to make our life better. But some people have a hard time receiving that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a clear conscience enough to receive that word from God or to use the word of God to help them navigate on this journey we call life. They choose to go the other way or allow some other entity or person, place, or thing influence them to do otherwise. Okay? All right? That's just a little side note, food for thought. Take it how it resonates. They just wanted me to bring that out in the reading before I get started. So I am going to pull some oracle cards to do the opening of the reading, okay, before we get into the nitty gritty and the meat and potatoes. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards to get your message from spirit. Take it how it resonates and don't force anything to fit. This is a general spread for the collective. All right, it's not sign specific, okay? All right, we're going to get some messages from the angels to open up the reading, spirit. What do you have for the collective? How you good at this time? All right, let's get into it. We have Layla, and she says to spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and your intentions, and ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Maybe that word that I read from the scripture will give you a more positive perspective. Maybe it'll make you more understanding of why things or people, why certain things are the way they are. Maybe you have clarity or more understanding of why things are the way they are. Okay, take it how it resonates. Okay. This one says patience. Now is the time to learn and study and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So some you're going to be called to be spiritual guides or advisors, maybe even spiritual influencers, maybe even a guide to others. Some of you are going to be a spiritual guide to others, okay? So everything you're doing right now, everything you've learned on this journey so far has taught you how to be a better version of yourself. It also gave you clarity and insight about the future. And now you have knowledge that other people may not have access to. And with your gifts, you'll be able to use your knowledge to help others take actions towards their healing as well, all right? Take it how it resonates. This one says, Angel Isaiah, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you and guiding you and protecting you during these changes in your life. Ashe. All right. You are being divinely protected. Okay. Give us some guided messages for the collective. Okay. This one says, it is the right timing, or yes, the right timing. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. All right, that's the first card out. So you're on the right path, and everything that you're doing is going to work out in your favor. And this is the path that you're supposed to be on. All right. We have Angel Osina. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So they want you to have compassion for others that may have lost their way. Spirit doesn't want you to let me get some clarity, but I really feel like they're telling whoever you are as the guiding light to others that, show compassion for those that have lost their way. Like, don't turn your back on a falling angel that's trying to ascend and, evolve. So this angel is ascending from this lower vibration. They're being guided away from their troubles, their sorrows, their pains, or whatever this is they've been going through. And they're coming back into union with themselves and with the Most High. And it may have been you that helped this person ascend from the darkness. It may have been you that helped this person come out of this place they were in. You could have been the guiding light to this person, or you are the guiding light to others. Your gifts and your knowledge and your intuition gives you clarity and insight from God in order to help others ascend as well. All right. So you're very gifted in the spirit world and you have a very high ranking amongst the angels, amongst the heavens, right? So you are very important to this journey. Like, your journey has a very important assignment attached to it. You're not just here to learn lessons of your own, but you're also here to teach others their spiritual lessons, okay? And that is a gift that most of us do not have. And if you have been blessed to have this gift to help others ascend, then you need to honor that gift and your angels and God for blessing you in this way, because your gifts are very much so needed at this time, because there are a lot of lost souls that are wandering the world without any direction. And maybe your light will help guide them back to the path of righteousness in a sense, all right? The last card we have is Angel Carissa. Her message is, you are at the end of a tough cycle in your life, so call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step, and happiness awaits you now. So not only that, you're already gifted in a lot of ways, but your gifts are also being magnified, or you're receiving more access to your gifts. So it's like maybe the spiritual awakening journey for you, collective, has been a very long process to get you to this point. Maybe it took a lot of, maybe you had to learn a lot more about yourself than you thought you needed to know. Maybe, being by yourself all this time has helped you to get to know yourself a lot better. So it's like, now that you know who you are, you can also ascend to a higher level of consciousness. You can also get closer to God, and your walk with God will give you more guidance and more insight and clarity to help others. Okay. So this tough cycle for you in your life is coming to an end. All right. I really feel like you have fully activated all of your spiritual gifts. And now you're at a place where your gifts can be used to help others ascend as well. Okay. But if you need help, going through this journey or process that you're in right now, or if you need, your angels to step in and help you go through this process or whatever this is, call them and ask them to come near you and comfort you if this is the case, and help guide you to your next steps of happiness. All right. They don't want you to feel like you're alone, even though you've probably been by yourself for a long time. You've always been guided on this journey. Even when it felt like you were doing it by yourself, there was always angels around protecting you while you go through your ascension process, I want to say. All right. All right, let's get one more. This one says, I am Angel Serena, and I'm the angel of abundance, and you will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. So have faith. So I don't know what this lack mentality may be, or this doubt you have about your finances or your life in general, but whatever the situation is, you know what I mean? I really feel like this has been something that has been holding you back from evolving or growing or elevating or just leaving something behind. Maybe you've been fearful of not being able to reach your goals or whatever this is, but you do have the ability to reach your goals in this situation. You do have access to certain gifts that you have not yet tapped into that will give you creative ideas or even incentive or encourage you to continue forward. I don't know what you're lacking, what you need, what you feel like you don't have, but whatever you're looking for is within you. So when you go within and you meditate and you ask your angels to reveal to you what you cannot see, they will show you the way to get to the place you're trying to go, is what I want to say. All right. And at the bottom, it says, now that you're asked your angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, and you deserve heaven's help. So this is somebody who needs to go to God and ask for help. If you feel like you need help, then you need to go to God and ask for help and stop playing the victim. This is another energy. The first part of what I just said is for the angel that is already ascended and they're in their divinity, they're walking in their purpose. That is who you are to this person. But this person is in this place where they have not ascended. They have not tapped into their spiritual gifts. They have not went to God for help. They're still sitting in the dark, trying to figure out how to get themselves out of the situation. But they don't have the answers they need to do what they need to do. They need spiritual help or guidance from the angels. So here's the thing. We all have divine protection. We all have spirit guides that are guiding us on our journeys now or here. But if we don't reach out to them when we need help or when we're confused about a situation or we just don't know what to do with ourselves or whatever, if we don't ask them for help, they cannot just insert themselves into your life and start taking over your free will to make choices for yourself. You have to go to God and ask for his help in order to receive guidance. But if you're too proud to ask God for a helping hand or ask somebody for help when you know you need it and you just refuse to do what will create an opportunity for you to be able to move forward, then that's on you. Because there's no reason for, someone to feel too good to go to God for help when our purpose in this world, or the reason why we came here in the first place was to help each other, not to turn our back on another person when they need our help. So it's like we were all sent here to help each other. But so many of us have got lost along the way and decided to do it just do it, whatever, right? We've lost our way. We were all sent here to help each other grow and evolve spiritually, to overcome the enemy, if you want to call it that, and raise our vibrations and connect with God and source. But a lot of us have lost our way. So for some of you, the people that have lost their way, that you had to detach from in order for you to evolve and grow spiritually, these same people may need your help right now. But because they're too proud to reach out to you and ask you for your spiritual advice or your guidance on how they can move forward on their spiritual journey, they're too proud to beg. They feel like coming to you to ask you for help is beneath them. So if that's how they feel, and if that's what they want to continue to do, then that's between them and God. Okay? Even though this person needs the help, it's not for you to reach out to offer them any assistance when they're not asking for help themselves. Like, this person has to want to help themselves. All right? Because by you reaching out to help them and them being closed off to you helping them, they won't even receive what you have to say. They won't even want to hear what you have to say at this time. They're going to block out whatever you tell them and, use their own intuition to make their decisions, whatever the case may be. So until this person reaches out for help, leave this person in this isolated energy so that God can reveal to this person what they need to see. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Look at this right here. Time out. You're being so busy. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs. But now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So that's what you've been trying to do, take care of everybody else, and you've been forgetting about yourself, or you haven't been giving yourself, the love you deserve. You've been too busy trying to help other people find their way when you kind of lost your way at the same time. So now it's time for you to get back focused and back on the right path so that you can continue to evolve and ascend and grow spiritually. All right. This is a guided message from Spirit. All right. I'm going to leave it with that. Take that how it resonates. All right. Let's go ahead and get some abundance messages for your finances. And then we're going to pull some tarot and see what else wants to come out. All right. What's the Angel abundance, guided message for the collective at this time. Let's get some advice for your finances. What do you have? White, quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. More confirmation for someone here, all right? It's time to take a break from this situation. It's time to stop giving to this situation. It's time for you to go within and work on yourself and, you know, get closer to God, I feel. Yeah. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So this is all about you, collective. It's like it's time for you to get closer to God, whoever you are. It's time for you to open up your spiritual gifts and start using your spiritual gifts. It's like God is saying that you and him are one. Like there's no separation when it comes to your connection with spirit. Like you're always divinely connected to spirit, even if you're not tapped in, okay? But once you're fully tapped in, you become one with God and his thoughts become your thoughts. His ways become your ways. And with that understanding, you have clarity now about the situation and you know how to move forward. But again, in order for you to stay in this vibrational frequency you're on, you have to detach from anything outside of you that is keeping you in this dark energy. All right. That also means that if there's somebody in your energy that is detached from spirit or they're not connected to source, then you need to don't connect to that person energetically, because if you connect to that person, they're going to keep you in that same space. All right. You have divinely guided action that you need to be taking towards your future. And it's like whoever this person was to you or the thing that you had to leave behind to get to where you are, if this person wants to connect with you again, they're going to have to go through God to reach you. It's like you're on a private line with God and this person doesn't have access to you. They have to go through God to connect with you. Okay. The bottom card says, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So I'm going to get some tarot on this energy because it feels like I'm picking up two different energies. There's a situation where there's an individual who's not going to God and asking for help. As bad as they need help with their situation, they're not going to God to ask for help. They're choosing to not ask for help. Like, I don't know. Okay. And look at this shit. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Everything is about asking for help when you need it. If you need help, ask God for help and he'll guide your path. If you don't want the help that God is trying to give you, then be prepared to suffer in your situation, whatever that means, okay? Asking for help is a sign of strength and it's accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when we ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. So be sure to accept the assistance as well as give it to others as you are being guided to do so. So yeah, this is some kind of connection with another energy that you had to leave behind to ascend. And this person also needs to ascend as well, and they need help doing so. But because they don't know how to ask for help or accept help when it's being given to them, they are choosing to stay in this low vibration. But God is trying to get this person to reach out to you, to ask you for help, to seek guidance from you who have already been through what they've gone through. And it's like this person's pride and ego is keeping them from reaching out, asking for help. Okay, take it how it resonates. Okay. Where do you want to go next with this energy? Where do you want to go next? Okay. I'm going to pull some soulmate oracles to see what this is, or who this is, or what this is about. But once we get into tarot, I'll be able to make it make sense. But there's somebody here who needs help, but they're not asking for the help they need, or they're refusing to accept the help they're being offered. I really feel like you were guided to this person to help them, and they turned their back on you because they didn't want your help. And now that they're in this situation they're in and they need your help, they are too proud to ask you for your help. Okay? And if that's the case, God is saying there's nothing you can do to help this person if they don't reach out for help. So you may know this person needs guidance on this path they're on, or they need help from you, or whatever the case may be. But again, if they don't reach out to ask you for your help, then don't reach out to them to help this person. Okay? This is a person for sure. Somebody you're connected to in the spirit world as well. Soulmate counterpart energy. Release your worries and receive universal abundance. All right. Souls that belong to each other will always find their way back together. If it's meant for you and this person to be together, you guys will find each other again. Okay, maybe in the next lifetime for some. But if you guys are meant to be together in union, and this person is choosing to not ascend or grow or expand or heal, whatever the case may be, you guys may have to repeat this cycle the next lifetime with this person, or they themselves will have to repeat this cycle next lifetime. The thing is, though, you are someone's soulmate, their divine counterpart, okay? But you have released your worries and you've let this person go because you understood the assignment. You knew that you tried everything in your power to help this person to grow and ascend and to reach the level they needed to be on to be able to receive their spiritual inheritance, whatever. But when you realized this person wasn't ready to ascend or didn't want to grow and evolve with you, you had to release this burden because this person was keeping you from your spiritual inheritance, your abundance. But now that you have released this soul, this lost soul, this person, this situation, now you can receive your universal abundance. And then you can retreat to a quiet place and nurture yourself and give yourself all the love you deserve, okay? Because you went to God and you asked God to release this person from your energy. And God looked over the soul contract you and this person had and saw that you completed your cycle and they have not. So upon your request to be delivered from this situation, God freed you from this person and allowed you to ascend to the next level. But this person has to free themselves from this soul connection they have with someone else, okay? Because you've already ascended. You can descend if you choose to go backwards to this person, or you can keep ascending to receive your universal abundance. All right. Unlimited ideas, creativity, money, like all types of blessings are going to be coming your way very soon. All right. And this one says, don't be afraid of losing someone who doesn't want you. All right. Now, I don't know if this person didn't want you. Maybe they didn't want you at the time, but they absolutely want you now. But in order for this person to have you back in their life again, they have to ascend. They have to come out of this energy, all right? And because they're too stubborn to ask for help, they may not ever come out of this energy they're in ascend. I don't know. You know, take it how it resonates. Start reclaiming who you truly are, okay? This is Nine of Swords energy. Eight of Swords energy as well. This is the energy of the person that you had to release yourself from or free yourself from. This is them being afraid to ask for help. This is them being afraid to be who they truly are. This is them afraid to let go of the past and heal themselves from all this negative traumas, whatever this is, okay? Your path is clear, my love. You've ascended, okay? And I really feel like it's hard for you to accept that because you know that by ascending or releasing this person that they're going to be left in this place on their own. And there's nothing you can really do to save this person until they want to save themselves, okay? So the last card says, according to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. So, fearing their power, Zeus split them into two separate beings, twin flame connection, condemning them to spend their lives in search of the other half. So, this is definitely a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection of a higher level. Your twin, your counterpart, did not choose to ascend with you, and you had to release this person. And in order for them to get in right standing with the Most High God, they have to release this negative energy and ascend on this journey with you, or stay in this place of suffering and not receive any abundance from spirit or any kind of spiritual guidance or any kind of spiritual help. So I don't know. This is definitely a twin flame connection. This is the twin flame card in this deck. So this is a twin flame counterpart situation. It looks like one person has evolved and ascended and reached their level of spiritual growth. And this person that did not ascend is in this energy of feeling down and out without you. Not able to tap into your energy. Has got this person all up in their head. All right. Let's get some more. Take it how it resonates. I'm just going with the flow here. Okay. I'm pretty sure this was a masculine energy, but we'll see with the tarot who this is and what this is about. But this is definitely a twin flame connection that somebody had to release in order to ascend. And I feel like you chose to ascend and not stay stuck in this energy any longer than you needed to. And God is going to bless you and award you for being obedient. All right. And answering the call and releasing this person and leaving them behind. Perfect timing. We got that twice already. All right. What else? Clearly communicating. Communicate clearly. And recovery. Peaceful resolution. It's like clearly this person wants to communicate with you, but communication is being blocked because this person isn't reaching out for the right reasons. It's like they do want to connect with you, but not in the way they need to connect with you. They don't want to connect with you in the right way. They want to feed off of your energy because, again, they're not in a good place. Spirit is saying to be assertive. All right. Any more? Remain positive. Whatever this is, though, Spirit is saying remain positive. Whatever that means to you, I just feel like you being assertive about the situation and actually going to God and asking for God to release you from the situation has helped you to reconnect with your higher self. I'm not saying that you were not connected to your higher self, but I really feel like because you were still connecting to this person energetically, it's like a part of you was still being blocked off. And it's like now that you've released this energy, you're completely open to spirit to receive more spiritual knowledge, wisdom, downloads, messages, whatever this is. And also the door to your abundance has also been open as well. So your crown chakra is fully activated. For some of you, you may have been getting very bad headaches, like a lot of crown chakra activation, migraines for some, but that's because your crown chakra was being unblocked. It's like you have been completely open up in a sense, and your crown chakra is on 1000 right now. So you may have bad headaches, migraines. You may need to rest a lot more than you usually have to. You may need to take some time to balance out this energy. It's like you've been receiving a lot of communication from your spirit guides about this situation, even more than you normally get. And it's like so much has been given to you right now. You need to take some time to, to process this information. So basically they're telling you that, I don't think this is in reverse, okay? I feel like you've been getting a lot of downloads from spirit, and these downloads may have been really heavy, a lot of like massive downloads. So it's like they were being very aggressive with you, spiritually speaking, by giving you all these downloads at one time. Like you may have been receiving downloads all day, every day for the last 7 days, whatever case it may be. And it's like you've gotten so many downloads, right, at this point, that you need to take some time to yourself and balance out this information. Because when you finally put all the pieces together, you're going to have this sense of clarity about this situation, or just in general, that you're going to be guided to use this information to help others see the truth as well. So am I on the right track with that? Give me a second. Am I on the right track with this? Okay. So the downloads, the messages, the communication from spirit that you've been receiving, for a lot of you, it's been a lot of messages all at once. Maybe some of them have been coming in your dreams, or just in fragmented pieces. But it's like now you have all the downloads and the information you need. But now you just got to put all the pieces together in order for you to understand your next assignment. So it's like you need to ground this energy, okay? I guess that's it. And there we are again with ask for help from others. I don't know. Let's get some of these. Feels like a love reading, but I don't know. Communicate clearly, recovery, peaceful resolution, be assertive, and remain positive. It's like you got to break down the messages you've been getting. Like, you got to break down the messages. You got to simplify the downloads. You got to put them all together to get the actual message from the download. You know how sometimes you have a dream and you don't really understand the message until you like go to spirit and you be like, what was that about? And they give you more information to clear it up for you. That's what it feels like you have to do. You have to put all the pieces together again. I don't know. Putting the pieces back together? Put the pieces back together. Putting the pieces back together. All the pieces are going to be put together in the end. Everything will make sense when everything is finished. So once everything is completely done on both sides, everything will make more sense. You will understand why things had to be a certain way. It's like right now it's still a little bit confusing to you because you don't understand why this is happening, but it's all happening for your highest good. You will receive downloads in the future about whatever this is, and you will not understand them at first. But when you meditate on the energy, you're going to understand the message behind the dream or the meaning of the dream you had, whatever. But this is going to come back together. But the pieces were kind of scattered all over the place and had to be brought back into one place. And now they can be put back together again. Because you remember I just read the card that said that you guys were split up in the beginning because, you know, together you were too powerful. So the separation between you and this person had to happen this way. Because together, you know, things were not coming together the way they were supposed to. It's like you were on this side, they were on that side. There was no mutual agreement between the two of you. It's like you had to be separated from this person in order for you to get your downloads and your communication from spirit, and they had to be separated from you to receive their downloads. So your downloads would be different from their downloads. Your spiritual advice would be different from their spiritual advice. But as long as you guys are connected, you guys can both receive the same messages. So it's like right brain, left brain. And now that the two brains are separated, one person can focus on one thing and the other person can focus on the other thing. And when you guys come back together, it's going to all make sense. All right? Take it how it resonates, because I'm not going to be... Okay, moving on. Because this is a mask that somebody is revealing, taking off their face. Because right now they're behind this mask and they can't see everything the way they need to. So this separation is going to cause the both of you to realize something within yourself. I don't know. And it's going to all make sense in the end. Okay. Or maybe now it all makes sense to you. I don't know. I'm just a messenger trying to figure it out. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're being guided to take. What is all this? Trust, playfulness, keep an open mind, religious factors, and free yourself. True love at the bottom. All right, Spirit, let's get to the bottom of this. Okay. I'm reading for a masculine and a feminine energy. You guys are in separation, obviously. Somebody needs to free themselves from a third party situation. But the separation between the two of you was necessary for the both of you to grow and evolve on your own. Because coming together in union at this time, or before the time was right, things would not have worked out the way they were supposed to, because somebody here needed to change their ways. Okay, somebody here was stuck in a karmic cycle. Somebody here had an outdated belief. Somebody here was going in circles, and the other person was ready to ascend. And in order for you to ascend, there had to be separation between the two of you, or you would have been going in circles back and forth, back and forth. So this person kept you going around in circles, kept you all up in your head, kept you confused for a long time. And the only way to get you to evolve and grow spiritually, there had to be a separation between the two of you, for the both of you to grow and evolve on your own, because it wasn't going to happen as long as you two were together. It would have kept going in the same cycle. So the cycle had to be broken. The connection had to be severed for a time, because somebody here wasn't making the effort to work with you in this relationship. Somebody here had too much energy doing other things with other people, whatever this was. They were too open-minded, or they were not open-minded. You were open-minded, they were closed-minded. You had to open your mind and see the truth for what it was. This person was keeping you stuck in a karmic loop, a cycle. But you needed to grow and evolve and ascend to a higher level to wake this person up. So one person had to be the person to wake the other person up. You guys would have never reached your potential together in a connection, because neither one of you would have grown, or, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't have evolved from this. I don't know. I'm just a messenger. All right, let's see what else is happening here. What else? This person has to free their mind. These three cards go together. This person has a closed mind. They're not very open-minded when it comes to spiritual things. Their focus, their belief system, the way they were brought up, the way they grew up in this family cycle, they were born into a family of closed-minded individuals, people that were not open-minded to spirituality, people who only believe had one way of thinking. So for example, and I don't mean to, disrespect anybody's belief, but if you are a Christian and you go to church every Sunday, but you have no understanding of what the word says for yourself, you allow somebody else to tell you what the word says. You won't have any understanding of your own. This is somebody who didn't have an understanding of their own. They took advice from people who didn't have understanding themselves. So the way they were taught as a child and brought up as a child made this person very closed-minded to spirituality. So they didn't have an open mind. They didn't have a free will, in a sense, okay? They kind of gave over their free will to somebody else to give them guidance from God. So basically, okay, whoever this authoritative figure is to this masculine is the person they look to as their God. Remember, I just read to you in Deuteronomy, when you turn away from God and you go and you worship other things, is what this person did. They chose somebody else to be the head of their life. They chose another deity to give them spiritual advice, or somebody else to give them spiritual wisdom. The person they were getting this information from didn't even know God. This person that was advising this masculine energy was not a friend of God. This person worked for the enemy, so to speak. So they had your person bound in this connection because of their beliefs. whoever this was that your person was dealing with had a one-sided mind. They did not get their downloads from spirit. They got their downloads from a third party, somebody else that wasn't of God. And they fed this information to this person that taught them to think and feel the same way they think and feel. So your person didn't have an open mind. Their connection to spirit was cut off as a child. They could have been raised as an atheist or a non. I don't know the different backgrounds, but basically this person's religious beliefs that they were taught as a child is what kept them closed off to God. They were taught to believe in themselves, which made themselves feel more in control of their life. They didn't okay, I know I ain't making no fucking sense because the downloads are coming in extremely heavy right now, but somebody is just closed-minded. And when God, says in the scripture, when you turn your face from me, I turn my face from you, you don't receive messages from me, you receive them from somebody else. That's who this person was going to for spiritual advice, okay? And this person was chosen to be on a spiritual path, but they chose to use their free will to go the other way. They did not choose the spiritual path. They didn't choose to follow their guides or God's, commandments, whatever the fuck it is, right? Sorry. But now they want to free themselves from this mental prison. They want to come out of this energy. Now they want to come back to God again. And it's like, well, you have to repent from your sins. You got to do X, Y, and Z. You got to make a better effort. You got to, let go of the past. You got to do some work now. Because now, you want to come back to me after you turn your back on me and you chose other gods before me. Now you want me to forgive you of your sins. I can do that for you, but you have to go through a process of healing first before you can reach that level, okay, of understanding, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's get into some tarot. Let's clarify what this is. Y'all take it how it resonates, okay? This is more of a spiritual download than a, whatever you want to call it. But basically, somebody just turned their back on God, and God said, okay, if you want to choose another God to serve you and give you your wish fulfillment or whatever you're asking for, then go to that God. There's also a scripture, when God says, when you start to go through these hard times and you start to lose everything that your God gave to you, go to that God and ask that God to save you. Don't come to me for me to save you when I tried to save you before and you turned your back on me. Now you need my help. So I kind of feel like God is not helping this person right now, because when he offered this person help, this person turned their back on God. So now they have to be forgiven of something to receive God's help again. So I feel like that's why it keeps coming up. They're asking for help. They're asking God to save them from this situation. They're asking God to remove them from this place they're in. But it's like, when I offered you this help or this person to help you, you turned your back on them. And now you want me to give you access to this person again so that you can do the same thing? Oh no, that ain't how this gonna work this time. This time you gotta go through the fire. This person gotta go through the fire first. This person gotta go through the fire. They have to be reborn again. They can't just show up at your front door talking about, baby, I'm back, and it just go from there. Nah, they gotta go through some stuff. They gotta be awakened to this. They gotta go through this spiritual awakening. Is what I'm hearing. It ain't going to be as easy as it was before to get back to you, because now the door has been closed on this person energetically. In order for them to get out of this situation they're in, they got to go to God for forgiveness first. They got to ask God for his forgiveness. And God got to see, check this person's background and see what the fuck. Look at that. Two of Pentacles. I don't know. Y'all take it how it resonates. What's going on with this deck? They want redemption. They want to be forgiven of their sins. They want God to forgive them for what they've done to you and to this connection, and just in general. This person juggled their counterpart. Oh boy. This person. needs to do their shadow work. This person has to go through their shadow work first before God will give them access to you again. This person has to do the shadow work before they'll get access to you again. That's just the bottom line. So yeah, they want to reach out to you and they want to come toward you and, you know, offer you some kind of commitment. But God is like, nah, you got to do this shadow work, my friend. You can't just, you know, realize that you know, want this person and now you want to be with them in this way and da-da-da-da. You got to go through the shadow. You got to go through the fire. I got to show you some shit about yourself before I give you a chance to be with this person again, because the last time I gave you the opportunity to be with this person, you chose to turn this person away. You chose to go the other way. You chose somebody else over this person. So now that this person has ascended from this or been released from this and about to receive abundance from spirit for this, you can't come rushing in with this offer to communicate now and say how you feel now that it's all over and done. Now you got to wait until this person is ready to reach out. So basically, you know, I'm just going to wrap it up, okay? Your masculine counterpart is trying to receive grace from God or redemption, but they have to do the shadow work. They have to go through this healing journey on their own at this point. It's like when they brought you to this person or offered you to this person in the past, this person chose somebody else. They turned their back on God when they turned their back on you. So you were the person that God sent to this person to help heal this person, and they chose not to do the work or to heal themselves, or they chose the other way. And now that their life has fallen apart, they want to come towards you for your healing energy, and it's not going to happen that way. It's like that offer has been taken off the table now. This person is no longer going to be there to help you any longer, because I'm giving this person permission to move on from this. All right. So yeah, your person does need some spiritual help right now, or somebody to help them right now. But the only help they're going to be getting is help with this shadow work they got to do. That's about it. And once they do this shadow work, then they may be considered an option when it comes to love. Or then they may be able to come in and offer you this couple love. But not before this shadow work is done. Yeah, and they know that. That's their judgment. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Two of Wands, and a Tower. Yeah, they can't come in and offer you this couple love until they do their shadow work. And if they don't do this shadow work, they won't be able to come back to you again. That's just the bottom line. That's their judgment. They got to do this inner work. They got to come out of this situation they're in with this third party and heal and work on their issues in order for them to receive this opportunity to be with you again. And if they choose not to do this shadow work or do what they're being called to do, and they choose to stay in this karmic cycle with this other energy, and they choose to not do the work, then that's going to be their outcome. And there's nothing you can do to save this person if that's what they decide to do. They still have free will to choose the path they want to be on. They still have the ability to change directions and come back in, but they have to be willing to do this shadow work and heal from whatever this is they need to work on. All right. Yeah, they got to heal this. They won't get a chance to come back into yin with you until they heal this energy they're in, or heal what they need to heal. All right. Yep. Look at that. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. They're being blocked. They may have to leave a Queen of Wands. They may have to let go of this player energy. They may have to work on the inner child. I don't know. But they got some work to do. So yeah, you're being guided to release this person and to choose this new life for yourself, and let this person go off and do their shadow work and work on themselves and get right with God and change their ways, and then reconsider perhaps this person in the future if you choose to go back to the situation. But right now, this ain't the time for you to be giving up what you got going on and go back over here and try to rescue this person from their karma, because this is what they need to go through in order for them to be able to heal through this, to receive this new beginning with you. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. This went longer than I expected it to. We have the throat chakra and broken heart. They have to, so basically this masculine has to have, they have to heal their heart chakra. Their heart chakra needs to be healed first before this person can offer you this love, this cup of love. All right. They have to heal their heart chakra. Okay. They have to have a heart chakra awakening, and they have to be honest with themselves. Okay. Journey in reverse. Contract in reverse. Ooh, and the sun in reverse. Wow. Well, that sucks. This is not gonna, this is not what they want to, this is not what you you don't want them to go through this by themselves. I get that, but you can't go back to this person to help heal this person with your energy, because you already healed from this and you're moving on. So this contract right now between you and this person seems to be over for now until this person heals their heart chakra. They can't return back to you until they've done this inner work on themselves. Yeah, they gotta work on themselves and detach from these attachments, and make a decision to balance out this energy and let go of this envy and gluttonous energy, all right? And close out this cycle, all right? They're in. So they're choosing to be in this energy at this time. They know exactly what they need to do to be able to come out of this place they're in, but they're still playing the victim and still not accepting accountability for their actions, still trying to blame others for why they're this way, whatever. And they have to stop making excuses and just do the fucking work and heal what needs to be healed within them and come out of this energy, or they are going to be, you know how it goes. All right, let's see. I might can pull a little bit more. What else? Take it how it resonates, okay? This is somebody's masculine energy. Still, they're not still holding on to, like, certain things, but they still are holding on to certain things, if that makes sense, okay? I really feel like what they're holding on to right now is their pride and ego. They're still not letting go of the pride and the ego. They're still holding back their feelings for some reason. Let's get some of these. Access denied. I can't make it up. They didn't pass their test. They don't want to level up. They don't want you to level up. They want you to stay stuck with them, and that season for you is over. Your good spirit irritates their demons, and your gifts also intimidate them, all right? They sacrifice themselves to a deity they have no control over, all right? We also have they are jealous and envy of your new beginning. I can't make it up. Earth sign energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I owe you my life. And vultures could be significant. Temper your emotions. And I feel like this is sad, because this is not what you want to hear about this person. You want to hear this person is, willingly changing their ways and willingly trying to do the work and open to receive, a new beginning with you. But it's not that they don't want a new beginning with you. They just can't have it the way they want it. They have to do it the way it's supposed to be done in order for it to work this time. And if they don't step up and do the work, then it's not going to work this time. It's going to end up the same way it ended before. And that's something that Spirit does not want you to have to go through ever again, is having your heart broken or feeling betrayed or backstabbed by your twin. All right? Either they're going to step up or step the fuck out is what I heard. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Love and light to you all.